Yes, y'all. Welcome back to the show. You're now tuned to CFRE 91.9 FM. It is your man, DM Cool. You're now tuned into Cool Radio. Welcome back to the show, people. The overtime edition, as I like to call it. Still in the building with my homegirl, Isis Alexis. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
You already know. And before we get to our coveted segment, I want to give two quick birthday shouts. First of all, shout out to my homegirl, Sharina, celebrating her 26th birthday. We go back from Time G. You already know how it is. Happy birthday, homegirl. And shout out to my man, my producer, Neo Tempest. Neo Twizzy celebrating his birthday as well, too. Happy birthday, big man. Keep celebrating. Keep on winning. You already know how we do. Now, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Who will enter the shallowed walls? Who will be the king of coonery this week? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Wanksta of the Week. 50 drop on real quick. Now, this week's Wanksta of the Week. Oh boy. Oh man, this week's Wanksta of the Week. This week's Wanksta of the Week, it usually goes to a rapper, a singer, maybe an athlete of some sort. But every now and again, we like to step out of bounds, beyond those boundaries, and give it to somebody who's well deserving of it. And who better than Fashion Police personality, Guiliana Rancic. Alright, now her last name should be changed to Rancid because that's exactly how nasty her comments were to this particular person. Now, Rancid is getting the Wanksta this week because of comments that she made in regards to actress/singer Zendaya's choice of hairstyle. Now, Zendaya, a black woman, chose to wear dreadlocks to the red carpet of the Oscars this past Sunday. And may I add, she looked very stunning and beautiful in those dreads. I had actually never seen dreads look so beautiful before, actually. But nonetheless, shout out to her hairdresser. Nonetheless, comments were made. And usually when it comes to Fashion Police, they like to roast or crown or annoy people who have great choice in fashion or bad choice in fashion. But this one went a little too far. Now, I'm all for one for joking around and enjoying a good roast. You already know how I do, but there's levels to this, as Meek Mill would say, all right? There's levels to this. And it's funny that a lot of people were freaking out about what Patricia Arquette said about the equality speech and how gays and people of ethnic diversity should go behind women or get behind women in that speech. And me personally, I found people were throwing that a little overboard, but this right here, nah. People have a right to be angry about this one. I'll look in the camera right now and say that. So basically, she said, and I quote, about Zendaya's dreadlocks and just overall how she looked in the dreadlocks. She said, and I quote, "She looks like she smells like patchouli oil and weed." Woman, it is Black History Month and you're making a racially tinged comment like that. Are you insane? Now, obviously, a lot of people, black people in particular, and rightfully so, were very upset by the comment that she made about Zendaya because there is a historical context when it comes to the coarse texture of a black person's hair and how mainstream media has tried to challenge it by relaxing with chemicals and products such as perm, relaxers, even something as simple as curling irons, just so they can fit into the norm. If you look at artists from the 50s, you had artists like James Brown, the eyes was perming their hair so that they can mold it and shape it and style it like their white counterparts so that they can be accepted into their respective communities. Now, obviously, she did not know the historical context of that, but nonetheless, she's not getting a pass from me or anyone else in that regard. So Zendaya took the classic or the classy approach and decided to school her on certain figures, public figures in particular, who stem from doctors, lawyers, activists, judges, actors, actresses, musicians who have sported dreadlocks in their respective fields and still have respect in their respective fields because of the fact of what they do and not because of what style they chose to put their hair in. And she's basically put it in place. I would read the speech, but it's a very lengthy speech nonetheless. So, Rancid went on, not the attack, but she went on the offensive and decided to apologize live on air for her actions. But nonetheless, your actions were ignorant to say the least. And to say it in all months of February, like, come on, like, someone should have told you, your PR agent, your weed handler, whoever it was, your Botox agent, because it looks like your lips are stretched out, like Heath Ledger from the Joker and Batman Dark Knight. Someone should have told you to keep it shut. But hey, that's none of my business, right? Sips tea. So, with that being said, Rancid, you are getting the Wanksta of the Week. I have no further words. And even though we are in February right now, I must say that you are in the running for the coveted Wanksta of the Year. So keep up the bigotry, keep up the coonery, and most importantly, keep that KKK hoodie that you have in your closet primped and pressed up. And I'm sure I saw your foolish ass taking it out of the dry cleaners the other day in Alabama. Do you deserve this Wanksta? Of course you deserve this Wanksta. So with that being said, 50, I think you should drop it on them one more time. Isis, your take on this?
I don't think I need to speak my opinion because I think everyone's opinion is the same on this.
Uh-huh.
It's okay to, rip on people and tease them a little bit, but don't go racist on them.
Yeah.
And she's an 18-year-old actress, and she's a sweet girl, and she looked beautiful, she looked classy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you said Lil Jon, for example, I could somewhat give it a pass because, like, Lil Jon, like, he does smoke, like, 10 bags of weed every day, so you can get somewhat of a pass on that, but, like, just to make a general blanket statement like that just because she's sporting dreadlocks.
And I understand sometimes people say something, it slips out, but apparently, I read up on this, she did, I think they did 3 takes on this, and she said the same thing 3 times, so she had some chance to redeem herself.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, something like that, so, no, it's disgusting, and it's uncalled for. And
you're telling me she had 3 takes to redeem herself?
I heard something like that, like, Kelly Osbourne was like, girl, you sure you want to say that? She's a friend of the show. Yeah. She had a chance to wiggle her way out of it.
So she had a chance to wiggle her way out of it, yet she decided to take the Jim Crow approach and decided to continue on with it. Even though someone said in her ear, hey, you shouldn't be saying that. But hey, once again, that's none of our business. Again, tea time, people. Put them pinkies up when you're sipping your tea. Nonetheless, she's going as one of the worst Wankstas of the year, most definitely, and I have no problem with anointing her with that prestigious award, so to speak. But anyways, let's move on from that. It's almost kind of funny, actually, and I'm just kind of noticing this right now as we close off Black History Month. Most of the stories this week have involved, controversies that kind of involve the black community, whether we wanted to be a part of it or not.